All right. Hi, guys. This is The Truth Be Told with myself, Tbeyb, here on KUAW Radio, the Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. We are Kansas City's global community radio station. So if you have a business or an event that you would like sponsor here on KUAW, make sure to send us a link or send us a link. Send us an email. I'm not even on here. Oh, here you go. Okay, send us an email at kuaw985@gmail.com. And if you're watching me live, hey, over Facebook, hey, how you doing? Or if you're, I'm really meant to say, if you're listening to me via TuneIn or Periscope or our internet website, kuaw.org. If you want to watch me live, hop over to our Facebook page, KUAW Radio, YouTube, KUAW Radio. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share those pages with your family and friends so that the content that we provide here for you at KUAW can be shared with amongst your family and friends. We have we have new shows coming with our continual great shows that we have. Of course, new shows coming every now and then. So make sure that you stay tapped in with us, support us. We are a listener sponsored station. You are able to bless us with a love donation via any of our social medias, our website. We are KUAW all across the board. Wherever you find your listening pleasures, make sure to type in KUAW, like and subscribe to our pages. Yes, so it's been a heck of a week. First of all, let me say the changes, the NFL is coming for us, baby. All these changes they've been making in the NFC. We in the NFC, right? Yeah, I think we in the NFC. All these changes they've been making that's coming our way, they coming for us. They are coming for us. I'm sad about Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, not that sad, but I'm gonna miss him. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Robinson. I like DeMarcus Robinson as a wide receiver. So I wish these guys, luck on their, future endeavors. I was thinking we were gonna get rid of Frank Clark. That didn't happen. They found some way to keep old Frank alive. But yeah, so I'm just excited, to see when we start seeing these changes and things like that or whatever, then we get back to like, okay, about to be back to football season. I love football. I don't know, I don't know why, but I do. I love football. So I'm excited about that. I know this past week was St. Patrick's Day, and it's crazy because I did a show. What it was last Tuesday? I probably like the day before St. Patrick's Day or 2 days before St. Patrick's Day or something like that. And I didn't even talk about St. Patrick's Day. I thought about that when I got off the air. I was like, how is this the week of St. Patrick's Day and you didn't talk about St. Patrick's Day, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it should just be a common, thing or whatever. That's how y'all know I be doing this off the top of my head. Y'all gotta understand. I be doing these shows off the top of my head. I'm gonna get better at like, whatever, but I be doing them off the top of my head. I didn't even think nothing about St. Patrick's Day because I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day or anything like that. Matter of fact, St. Patrick's Day, green is my favorite color. If you go to my pages, if you look at how I dress, anything like that, I'm pretty sure at some point you can tell that green is my favorite color, right? So I agree. St. Patrick's Day is the only day that I don't wear green. You know what I'm saying? That's the only day that I don't wear green. But you know why? Because I don't like for anyone to assume that I'm in a celebration of what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very confident in standing on my beliefs, especially when it comes to holidays, because like I said, it's truth and I move off of truth, right? So I just, I really encourage people to research these things and look into the things that you're actually celebrating, because I hate to see our people running around all dressed in green with 4-leaf clovers and drinking green beer and all this other kind of stuff or whatever. First of all, St. Patrick's Day ain't nothing but a day of alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really all it promotes, for real, for real. But I'm sorry, I'm on my Tbeyb one and I want to be on a KUAW one. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing just so I can see who's watching and see the comments. So, but yeah, so I definitely was thinking about, you know, St. Patrick's Day and then how our people just go along with things just to be going along with them. Like, I can hear myself, Mr. Walker. Can you mute you? Okay. um, so yeah, so I just definitely well, you know, was thinking about that. And I was thinking about, you know, our people just being out here and celebrating their things. And I know it's like the week before we had talked about Mardi Gras or whatever. And I don't mean to keep, you know, like beating you guys over the head with just like these holidays or anything like that. However, I do like for the truth to be out there surrounding these certain holidays and these certain traditions that we just blindly follow and not really knowing that most of the time, not in all cases, but most of the time we are celebrating our own demise. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time we are celebrating our own demise. Like it has something to do with the downfall of our people. Let me see. So what's okay, so with St. Patrick's Day, you know, they say St. Patrick is celebrated for driving the snakes out of Ireland. I believe that's one of the stories they put behind you know, St. Patrick's Day and things like that, and one of the reasons why he is celebrated that way. Well, if you really know anything about Ireland, it's really too cold for snakes to inhabit that area. You know, snakes don't inhabit real cold areas because they're what are those people like cold-blooded, you know, what is the name of that dang animal? Um I know it ain't a reptile. Snakes ain't reptiles, are they? No, they're not. Okay, reptiles. Um, I remember going to the zoo. They got this reptile house. Yeah, so definitely reptiles. I remember that because I didn't want to go in a reptile house because I don't like snakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like snakes. So yeah, snakes are reptiles. And one thing that I believe, are they reptiles? Or are they or are they something that start with an A? Because I know it's another one like that's like a spider. Okay. Like a frog. Okay. So amphibian. So I'm thinking a snake was an amphibian, but a snake is a reptile. Okay. So see what I'm saying? We all be learning stuff on here, you know what I'm saying? Um so and I believe with reptiles, is it reptiles or is it let's see, but they tadpole. Oh yeah, because amphibians live in water. Um, but one thing I think I remember about reptiles, I'm trying to find it to make sure it's true before I say it because it's been I ain't studied reptiles and amphibians and all that kind of stuff since probably about the 4th, 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell y'all how old we are, how old I am, but you know what I'm saying. But I want to say that they are one of like cold-blooded creatures, so they take on like in their environment. You know what I'm saying? So they can't dwell in real cold environments. Yeah, because amphibians have thick skin, and the function of skin is also different. Reptiles have scaly skin that allows them to survive in hot, dry climates, but they're not normally found in colder climates because they're like cold-blooded animals. So they like take on their body temperature takes on what's outside of them, like as far as their environment or whatever. Yeah, I knew 5th grade to come in handy one day. So yeah, so it's really too cold for snakes to dwell in Ireland, right? So they were using the term snakes has got basically whitewashed and covered over after time, you know, over time through generation of whitewashing history. We know how history goes. You know, history has been whitewashed or whatever, changed to look like something that it isn't, or to appear to be something that it isn't. So or you know, for you, or to keep people in a state of confusion, because when you learn it and when you study it, it keeps changing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, really what it was the Twa people. There was a nation of what we consider Twa people, TWI. You can look it up. Moors, they were Islamic, you know what I'm saying? They're Moors. They were short, kind of heavily melanated people. That's where also the ideal of the leprechaun comes from in the little St. Patrick's Day thing, because these people were very little people or whatever, and they were driven. This was basically like a Holocaust. St. Patrick, the general or whatever, he led in like the demolish of these people, because these certain people were inhabiting the area of Ireland that the Christians the Constantine, I believe it was Constantine the second or something like that at that time, that was leading like their crusades and everything like that. Like they wanted these people to convert to Christianity. And so they weren't, you know, they weren't straying from what it is that they knew and everything like that. So it's basically like a Holocaust, like a massacre, killing, you know what I'm saying, to be able to conquer that land. Like these people. So yeah, so that's definitely what St. Patrick has a day for. That's definitely what March 17th represents. That's definitely where it all comes from and everything like that. And again, it's having us celebrate the demolish of our own people. You know what I'm saying? These people came in and took over land that they wanted to claim as theirs, that was already inhabited by other people, by Aboriginal people. Sound familiar? Sounds like the story of Christopher Columbus, because they were doing it all over the world. It wasn't just here in America. They were doing it all over the world. So we have to understand that, just like when we think about April Fool's Day is coming up. A lot of people don't know that April Fool's Day represents the fall of Grenada. You know what I'm saying? That was the fall of Grenada. That was the last of the Moors that ruled Spain. You know what I'm saying? That was when they were tricked. They were tricked. See, a lot of people don't understand what April Fool's Day is. You know what I'm saying? April Fool's Day was yet another attack on our people, you know, and we walk around playing these foolish games like April Fools. Oh, April Fools, April Fools. You know what I'm saying? Like some sweet. Like I was almost cussed. You know what I'm saying? I try not to cuss, but it's like everything's sweet, or like it's funny. You know what I'm saying? They have us laughing and celebrating and everything like that. Our own the demise of our own people. You know. And it's like, and we do it blindly. Just I like to call it sheepish. You know what I'm saying? We just follow. We don't question, we don't ask, we don't research, we just follow. And I think that it's really important that we start to teach our people, and especially teach our children, that you have to research everything. You know, don't let someone just tell you what it was or what it is. No, do your own research and when you research things, see, I had to learn how to properly do research, you know, because you can't just find one source and be like, oh, this is it. You got to stick to this. No, you got to find several sources. See, me, I'm the type of thing. That's the same thing I do with religion. You know, I didn't read all the books, not all of them to completion, but I probably have access to all of them. You know what I'm saying? If you think about Jehovah's Witness watchtowers, the Bible, the Quran with a Q, the Quran with a K, the Israelites do the Thor, they got the book of Enoch, they got a lot of different books, like all these books, you know, that we hear of and things like that, that have these different religious society tied to them. You know, I like to read different ones, and I like to do a comparison because it's find the similarities, because to me the truth lies in the similarities. You know what I'm saying? When you start seeing something similar, see, a lot of things, it's kind of hard to turn from learning truth from falsehood, but when you're able to decipher through certain things and you're able to compare certain things, then you're able to recognize the truth in things, right? So then when you're doing research, don't just go off one source. You know, don't just Google it one time and think Google gonna get you the answer. No, you might have to go through history.com. You might have to go through encyclopedia. You might have to go through the library and get an actual encyclopedia. Another thing with me is I don't like just dealing on American history or history provided by Americans, especially during certain periods of time. You have to be able to go and look at other authors, like some like the Italians, you know, like just the French people, French. What are people's nationality in French? I mean, just the French. Okay, just the French. So the French people, you know what I'm saying? Latin, you know, Latin American, things like that. You have to look at Australians. You got a lot of Australian authors that used to write about voyages and things that go on, and how they describe our people, you know, how they describe as far as the things that were going on in America and the way that the people that were in America from an outside point of view. See, that's another thing, yeah, we got to learn how to do, right? We have to learn how to look at things from different perspectives. See, a lot of times we get caught up in our own perspective, but that's because that's our perspective. You know what I'm saying? So we get caught up in our own perspective. It's really hard to, you know, sit back and look at and try to evaluate situations and try to see them as different perspectives outside of your own, because your own perspective is what you want to go with. Your own perspective is what you're comfortable with. Your own perspective is what you deem truthful. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your own perspective and everything like that. So it's easy to just dwell in your own perspective. It's easy to just go with your own perspective. It takes us, it's a challenge to try to look at or view something, especially depending on the situation that you're in or the situation that you're discussing or anything like that, and look at that from different point of views outside of your own personal point of view. But see, when we are able to look at things from a different point of view, see, that's why I always tell people, it's always, to me, there's always three views. See, I got my left eye and I got my right eye. Yeah, left eye, right eye. Make sure I point to the right thing, y'all know, because my left and right be out sometimes. Yeah, whatever. Left eye, right eye. And then I got my third eye. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I have my lower self, my higher self, and then I got the aligned man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. So I have to look at it from a different point of view, because sometimes things, see, my left eye be coming out. It be twitching too. I know when I'm harvesting in the energy of my left eye. You know what I'm saying? Like I call it the evil eye. But you know what I'm saying? But that's me. That's how I look at it. That's how I help it. That's how I've always been, probably since I was probably about 16. You know what I'm saying? But I like, to me, my left eye starts twitching. I know that I'm getting angry. I know that, like, for real, I look at it as my lower self, my left eye, then I'm my higher self. So I try to see things from a higher point of view. When I look at things in my higher self, then it's like looking at it through the lens of love. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my third eye. See, I got to look at it spiritual. I got to take away the physical, because see, a lot of times we get caught up in the physical, especially depending on the things that are happening around us. We get caught in the physical. Somebody did something to you physically. You know what I'm saying? So you want to respond physically. And most of the time that physical, that carnal, is in that left eye. You know, it's in that lower vibration. It's in that carnal world. It's evil. Like it harms. It's theft. It's murder. Like it's everything that harms. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be able to pull yourself up out of that. You have to be able to not be stuck in that perception. You have to be able to, but see, it take a lot of work. I ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? When people say God's still working on me, baby, God's still working on me. I'm only 34. God's still working on me. I'm very wise. Don't get me wrong. I'm very wise. I'm very knowledgeable. I study a lot of things. I understand life to other perceptions, to other levels that most people don't. And I apply it. So yes, I'm very wise because y'all know I didn't tell y'all what wisdom is. Wisdom is applied knowledge. To apply something, you have to understand it. Right? So, but I'm not there all the way yet. Because I'm still human. I'm still tied to my carnal feelings. I still give in to that left eye every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I still do. And I have to consciously bring myself up out of that. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be able to consciously, in the heat of the moment, see, a lot of people like to react. I'm not a reactor anymore. I'm a responder. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I'm not a reactor no more. See, a lot of people react off of emotion right in the moment, in the heat of the moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Why? Because when you react to things, then you're not taking into consideration all those perceptions that we talked about. See, you're only moving most of the time when we reacting out of that left eye. We were acting out of that left eye. It's probably why left eye burned down her, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what she did. Like, we react out of that left eye. That's where reaction comes from. Reaction comes out of that left eye. For this theory, for this thing, or what we doing, or what we talking about, reaction comes through that left eye. Response comes out of that right. See, when you respond to people according to your energy. When you react to people according to their energy. You of what they did to you. You know what I'm saying? Not who you are as a person. And you have to be able to stand on who you are as a person. No matter what circumstances come at you, no matter what happens to you, no matter what, you have to be strong enough. See, a lot of people like to say, and this is one time when I really compare things to the life of Jesus. So y'all to the life of Prophet Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Jesus went through so much. His friend Judas, his friend, sold him out. You know what I'm saying? Yet he still moved in love because he was the manifestation of love. He was love made manifest. He still moved in love. It don't matter how much, no matter what no one did to him, no matter how many temptations the devil tried to throw at him. He was still him. He was still bound off of his character and his morals. And he still moved the way that he felt he was supposed to move. That's how we have to be. We have to be immutable, which means to be unchangeable. Don't let someone else or to let the outside think. And it's crazy because we talk about things like this. I just was talking last week about the water bottle and being unchangeable, immutable in your stance of who you are, like a bottle of water. Because a bottle of water is not affected on the inside by what's going on the outside. Not like the way a soda is. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all an example of shaking it. You shake a soda, it's gonna explode. You shake a water, it ain't gonna do nothing. Might bubble a little bit, but it's gonna go right back to its calm state. It's still gonna be water. You can open the bottle after and everything. It's not gonna explode. See, that exploding is that's a response, that's a reaction. So that's a chemical reaction. Our emotions work the same way. The soda reacts to the outside environments, to the outside things that's going on around it, to the things that are trying to change it. It changes it. It allows it to change it. It allows it to make it something that it's not. It allows it to become something that it was not meant to be. Right? We do the same thing as people. We do the same thing as people and see people thinking, oh, you weak. Or you this. You know how much strength and restraint it takes to be yourself when outside influences are trying to make you, are trying to influence you, are trying to encourage you to do something different, to be something other than who you are? You know how much strength it takes to maintain your character? See, can't nobody come at me like that. Because you got to be confident. You got to know your worth. You got to know who you are. You got to know the things that is going on around you. Because see, if you start reacting to everybody else's energy, you're going to start attracting everybody else's energy. You're going to start attracting that lower, that left eye energy. That's what you're going to start attracting. And when you're in a position of higher energy, when you're in an attraction phase, when you're in your season, that's what they call it. When you're in your season of harvest, because you didn't plant seeds you didn't plant seeds. So now you're in your season of harvest. You're going to have all the tests in the world. But it's up to you on how you react. You can't worry about what no one thinks of you. You can't worry about what no one says about you, because the people that are supposed to be in your life, the people that loves you, the people that know you, they know who you are. You know what I'm saying? They know that you don't stoop to those levels. They know that it takes a lot, to really knock you off your square, to take you out of your things, your boundaries of righteousness, right? Because we're not going to get judged on what no one else does. We're only going to get judged, only be reacting the universe or whatever. I don't know if you believe in a day of judgment or whatever you believe in. See, I believe the law of attraction. I believe what you put out in the universe is what you get back in the universe. The law of attraction, the law of cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? And no one's those energies are not based off of what someone else does. It's not based off of, oh, but so-and-so did this to me. It's not based off of that. It's based off of what you do, what you choose to do in any moment. It ain't no exceptions. Ain't no exceptions. In any moment. Are you gonna be immutable? Are you going to be unchangeable? Are you going to be able to stand firm in who it is that you are? Are you going to be able to still say and harvest in your season of blessedness? Because see, we throw it off by giving into all these other things. See, we start giving into this left eye. We start giving into this lower energy. And next thing you know, everything in your life seems to be in chaos. Everywhere that you look at, it's chaos. Everything is going wrong. Everything that could go wrong can go wrong, will go wrong. You ever heard the saying, everything that could go wrong did go wrong? Like that's where it gets in. That's where you get into because of the energy that we are attracting, the energy that we didn't let someone else see. If you let someone else come into you and absorb their energy, then you start attracting energy on that level. You start attracting things on that level. So who you want to be? Do you want to be what you are? Which is your right high, living in your right self and your higher self? I'm speaking to myself. I don't even know if nobody is on this broadcast right now. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even been looking at the things or the comments, got to pull up nothing. I'm speaking to myself. Because these are the things that I go through. And I talk to y'all about what I go through because as I'm learning and as I'm growing, I share it with you guys. I got to go on break. It's about time for me to go on break. So you guys bear with us. Let's take this 90-second break, get our sponsorships in, and we'll be right back. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. Again, this is the Truth Be Told, Tuesday, 6 p.m. with myself, Tbeyb, on KUAW Radio. I just have some sponsorships to get out the way. Again, if you have an event or a business that you would like sponsored here on KUAW, make sure to hit us at KUAW 985@gmail.com. Yeah. 985.com. We are Kansas City's global community radio station. So help us help you. Send us in what you got going on so that we can post it, so that we can tag it on our websites. We can post it on our social medias, things like that. Definitely help us help you and get the community involved in whatever it is that you have going on so that we can help each other build and become successful any way that we can. Okay, so kind of switching, kind of continuing in the same sense, but switching a little bit. I seen this meme today, and it's crazy, but it says, bring back the word associates. See, says that we are quick to call everyone our friend. And y'all let me know in the comments. Do you feel like there's a difference between a friend and an associate, and what's the major difference? You know, see, to me, I feel like after the things that I've gone through in the last week or so with so-called friends, right? I feel like friendship has a level of trust that you may not give to an associate, if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, they're cool. I vibe with them, but I don't really trust them. You know, I don't trust them to the extent of where I would have them in my house or be out, you know, somewhere with them, or, I mean, not necessarily not be out with them, but just, you know, some things you just don't expect from certain people because you have a certain level of trust, you have a certain level of love, or a certain level of kindness, genuineness, caringness, like just for this person. To me, that's what friendship represents, but it's a reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? See, associates is someone that you just know of. They vibe might be cool, it might not. You know what I'm saying? I might hang out with them every now and then, I might not. Like, it's no big deal, but it's just an associate. It's someone that I know of. It's someone that I associate with every now and then. And we really have to bring that term back, because I feel like we got away from using the term associate. I don't know when the last time I said someone was my associate, you know what I'm saying? And not say, oh, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? But everyone's not our friend. Everyone doesn't have that same level of caring or love, in a sense, for you. Because see, when you care about someone or when you love someone, there are certain things, certain lines that won't be crossed. And see, those are the type of things that you trust with someone that you call your friend. It's crazy because, you know, you guys know I lost my mom, right? And, you know, my mom used to tell me, they ain't your friend. My mom was quick to tell me somebody wasn't my friend. You know what I'm saying? There's only been one time that I didn't listen to her. Only once that I didn't listen to her. My mom tell me somebody wasn't my friend after she didn't met them or she talked to them. She pick up on that energy. All right, baby, I hear you loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? Because it only take one time. It only took one time for, well, I say twice that I didn't listen to my mom about somebody not being my friend. Only one of those persons came back to bite me in the back, I guess I'm gonna say. Because that's really not saying I was about to cuss again. Girl, I cuss too much. But yeah, so you know, it's crazy because now it's like in my adult age, it's like now I get why people say I don't need no new friends. You know what I'm saying? No new friends. Like, bro, I'm 34 years old. If we not friends by now, we not gonna be friends. Like everybody else, like just an associate, you know, because it's hard trying to get to know people on these levels, and people masks be so like strong, like just glued on, like they can hide behind this mask or this persona, this give off this energy for long periods of time, until they feel like you're vulnerable, and you know what I'm saying, and then it really comes out. See, I was talking to my auntie said a snake don't show his head till he lifted out the grass. And I was like, what? I didn't even know what she was trying to say. Like, girl, how old are you? What saying is that? I ain't never heard of it. Like, you didn't know the snake was there till he lifted his head out the grass. I'm like, what? Like, but I mean, when you think about it, she right. You don't know a snake slithering through that grass until it lifts its little head up. And then you be like, is that a snake? You know what I'm saying? When you see snakes in grasses and stuff like that, you don't know they there because they so close to the ground. They slither so close to the ground. They so low. You know what I'm saying? Till they pop their little head up and then you know they're a snake. But see, I don't know, for some reason it seems like mothers had this gift, especially when it came to their daughters. They had this gift to tell you quick, somebody that ain't your friend. You know what I'm saying? It was some type of way that they were able to recognize, or some energy that they pulled up on or whatever, to let you know that that's a snake in your circle. It's not your friend. You know what I'm saying? I done came across a lot more snakes since I done lost my mama. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell her, you know, a certain amount, like, oh, mom, I met this girl, this and that, or whatever. I used to be able to tell my mama a story, and then my mama listened to the whole story. She let me talk. She listened to the whole thing. Then she gonna say, I don't know, baby. I don't know about her. Well, what are you picking up on, ma'am? You know what I'm saying? But then she have you watching. She have you prepared for that type of stuff like that. So now it's like, you know, it's just like your guard mind, period. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like just down when it comes to people. And I'm quick to call somebody my friend because I am very loving. I am very caring. I move on a frequency of love. And see, I believe that people attract who they are. So I don't necessarily believe that I would attract snakes because I'm not a snake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that I will, you know, be associated or attached to any of that type of energy because how did it get to here, or how did it get around me? You know what I'm saying? But we also got to understand the test that life throws at you. And we also got to take an accountability into what we're doing, because do we listen to our intuition? Do we listen to our gut intuition? I could honestly say this past weekend, I didn't listen to my intuition. Because if I had to listen to my intuition, I wouldn't have found myself in the situation that I found myself in this past weekend. Because my intuition was telling me to do something totally against what I was actually doing. But I didn't listen, you know, and then things happen. And, you know, it's like, whose fault? We want to place blame. We want to play victim. But see, I'm not a victim person. I don't play victim. And that's what I'm going to go about into the second half of this second half. It's playing victim. See, we always like to find a reason in any situation or anything that we have going on. We always can find a reason of what, or find a source or something like that, or find an action that makes us a victim of the situation. Our people have been prone to victimize mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's how we when it comes to life, we always try to play the victim. Like so-and-so did this to me. They're doing this to me. Now, what did you do to yourself? What did you do to yourself? What part did you play in it? Where's your accountability? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to look at your accountability, especially when you feel like you did nothing wrong, or when you feel like somebody did wrong to you. It's hard to find your accountability in that situation. It's hard. You know, you have to dig deep to find what did you do? What are you accountable for in the way of whatever, you know, played out? See, we can't want to play the victim. Playing the victim keeps us in a certain mind state. It keeps us, see, to me, when you play the victim, that's what makes you weak. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you weak. Playing the victim is just trying to find a way out, or to put it on somebody else, or to use someone else's actions to justify or verify what it is that you're doing. You know, I remember I was little, or, you know, I used to get into arguments, or, you know, saying whatever, and our fights, you know, my little siblings or cousins or something. And my daddy would say, you know, well, what happened? Well, so-and-so made me mad. Well, they did this to me. Well, what did you do? You know, what did you do to cause the situation? What did you do that initiated the situation or that allowed them to be able to come into your energy or come into your space and make you mad? That allows someone to draw you to their energy instead of you raising them up to your energy. What did you do to allow that? What did you allow to happen in their life? What did you allow in this situation? Don't play the victim. Don't play the victim. And anything that you do, don't play the victim. Don't try to look at what everyone else is do. Don't try to look at why it's everyone else's fault, or, you know what I'm saying, so-and-so could have did this or so-and-so could have did that. Don't look at it like that. Look at it what you did. Only dwell on what you did and what you could do different and what you take accountability for in the situations or whatever. You know, dig deep, do some research into yourself to figure out what it is that you have, because it's always something. It's something there. See, sometimes you might can't see it right off bat, but it's something there. No matter what that might be. Maybe it was you not listening to your intuition, not listening to your gut feeling. You know, our bodies, our spirit tells us when we're in situations that we are not supposed to be in. It's, do we listen? But see, sometimes it be masked behind drugs and alcohol and all kind of things like that. Sometimes you got to mask. You have to be able to go back and evaluate. You have to be able to go back and look and decipher through some things to realize how you got into how you got to the place where you are. You have to look at those type of things. You have to evaluate those type of things, and you have to build off of that, react or respond with that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Don't react. Don't play the victim and allow someone to make you react to their energy or take on their energy. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And be unapologetic about being yourself. Don't feel no type of way about being yourself, not doing what everyone think you should have did or what they think you should do, or, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. Don't let that stuff get you down. Be unapologetic about who you are, because only you know why you carry yourself the way you carry yourself. Everyone doesn't have the understanding that you have. Everyone is not wise enough to be able to apply the knowledge that they learned. They might have heard it before, but they don't know how to apply it. They don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is not like that. So don't depend or don't base yourself off of what everyone else thinks or what they would have did or anything like that, because they're not you. They're not you. They don't have your energy. They don't live your life. They're not in your season. They're not going to be affected by the decisions that you make. Only you are going to be affected by the decisions that you make. Only you. No one else. I mean, unless you got children. Sometimes children are affected by the decisions that their parents make. But I'm saying as an adult, so adult relationship, nobody else is there. Your reality is not dependent off nobody else's energy. Your law of attraction, your universal laws is not working off of what anybody else's energy is doing. So don't react to anyone else's energy. Respond as yourself. Respond according to your morals. Respond according to who you are. Same thing goes when you find out about fake friends that reveal themselves as snakes. Be who you are. Don't let it affect you in a way that you are not even yourself anymore, to the point where it's like you don't even recognize who you are. And if you do find yourself getting into a space like that, be able to pull yourself out of it. Be able to meditate your way up out of it. Because I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. It happens. No one is perfect. We got left and a right eye. We got both of these eyes. You know what I'm saying? I can't wink both of them. I can only wink the right one. Ain't that? This one only twitch when I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? But I can't wink it. I can't wink my left eye. But anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the things from your different perspectives. Don't try to just view your perspective, because I'm telling you, your perspective, it has two energies in it. Your perspective has two energies in it. Y'all remember when they used to have them WWGD? What would Jesus do bracelets? They used to have those "What Would Jesus Do" bracelets. See, that's your third eye. See, because Jesus was the manifestation of love. Your third eye, that's what connects you to God. That's your entity right there. That's all, that's love or whatever. That's real love. That's the frequency of love or whatever. See, we a lot of times we're not looking at things from a love point of view. We're not looking at things from a love perception. We're not looking at things like that. We're looking at things for how we feel. Oh, I'm angry right now. Oh, I'm hurt right now. Oh, I'm excited right now. However you choose, whatever emotion that it is that you're reacting to. But you have to be able to, you got to be able to, like I said, stand in who it is that you are. Don't let people affect you in a way that it affects your reality, or it affects what is coming to you, or the things that you put or have placed in motion for yourself. It's just my message for everyone who's ever listening on here today. It's my message for today. I just really want people to understand, one, everybody is not your friend. We do need to get back to using the word of associates. We need to treat people like associates. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to decipher between association and friendship, and learn and work on not playing the victim. Don't have a victim mentality. Being a victim or having a victim mentality gets you nowhere. There's no accountability in being a victim, because you're placing blame on everyone else. And we have to learn how to take accountability, no matter what the situation is, no matter whether we caused it, whatever, because there's no accidents. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take accountability for whatever part that you play in, whatever situation is currently occurring in your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And view things from different perspectives. Don't get caught up in your own perspective. Use your two eyes, your third eye, whatever, but view things from different perspectives. Because when you get caught up in your own perspective, that's just dwelling off your own feelings. That's just going off of what you think. That's just going off of, that's not even taking into consideration any the other parties' existence, or how they may feel, or what they may, I don't know how to explain it, but view things from different perspectives, because it will help you. Like, see, sometimes a lot of people, they feel like someone's always being mean to them or something like that. That's because that's your perspective. If you view it from a different perspective, you might not perceive it as being mean. You might perceive it as being honest or being blunt. Like, it might just be that person's personality. No, they're not being mean. They're just an honest person. They're just blunt. It's the way that you're taking it. It's the way that you're perceiving it. See, I'm not responsible for no one's perception of me. I'm not responsible for no one's what they think about me. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not responsible. And just like if I was talking to someone, I'm not responsible how a person receives what I'm saying. All I'm responsible is for what I say, for what comes out my mouth. I'm responsible for what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for me. I'm not responsible for anyone else, how anyone else perceives things. But that's the key in learning to look at these from different perspectives. Because when you learn how to look at things from different perspectives, you guard your peace. Because now they're not being mean to me. That's just how they talk. So now I don't feel a certain type of way. I don't feel like you're being mean to me. That feeling doesn't occur to me anymore. See, it's about your own personal peace. It's about your own thing, about what you're saying, about what's going to have you in the best of frequency to dwell on. What's going to have perspective is personal. Yes, perspective is personal, and people only perceive to the level of understanding, to the level of their understanding. People only perceive to the level of their understanding. Everybody's level of understanding is not the same. Trust and believe me, because if you meet me 9 times out of 10, your level of understanding, for most people, your level of understanding does not match mine. It just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I've been allowed, I've had access to numerous various books of knowledge and learning and things all my life, that there's no way your level of understanding will match my level of understanding unless you've been unless you have access to the knowledge that I've had access to. And 9 times out of 10, most people have not. They have access to it, but they don't know where to find it. They don't know where to look. They might not even know how to read it. Because I see Lynette is on here or whatever. Lynette is very perspective and understanding wise when it comes to the Bible. She sees it on a totally different level. She understands it from a totally different level because of the knowledge that she has. Make sure y'all check her show out at 8:00 tonight. But I'm just saying, you have to see these things. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your level of understanding. I don't perceive the Bible the same way because my level of understanding of the Bible is not the same. I'm still learning. I'm still getting there. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things, there's certain things. That's why certain people come into your life. You have to look at the people that are coming into your life, that are coming around you, and what is their lessons. Like, if they are they a leaf? Are they a branch? Are they a root? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand people's position in your life. So when that tree shake and them leaves fall off, you ain't sad about it. Because your level of understanding is different. See, a person, you can look at that from 2 perspectives. One perspective is going to look at that like, oh, I'm losing everything around me. I'm losing. Another perspective is I'm shedding for what's to grow. Happy New Year, by the way. The real New Year, the astrology New Year. Happy New Year, by the way. I'm blossoming, I'm shedding the dead weight for what's to come before me, for what's anew to come and arise. 2 different perspectives. Some people feel lonely, some people feel blessed to lose people. You know what I'm saying? It's all perception, and my time is up. Lord, my second half be going by fast. Okay, so just real quick, because I got to get up out of here. But the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic Nation, ye are the children of one Father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother have given you son. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite with our brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in our Father's house. And when you separate in the world, remember the relation that bondeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brothers in adversity, assist him. If thy sisters in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy Father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all, and your love to each other. Peace.